We're waking up to the aroma of sizzling bacon, the sound of eggs frying in the rendered fat, the kind of simple comfort that feels earned after a night out here. Add a little cheese and a brioche bun, and suddenly you've got a trail meal fit for a king. It's moments like this, slow mornings and good food, that set the tone for the miles ahead and remind us why days like yesterday are always worth it. All right, so we've had breakfast, we've had coffee, we're all broken down, loaded up, just saying goodbye to Alamo Lake. It's really pretty, absolutely amazing out here, and yeah, a lot of condensation this morning, which is kind of interesting. The tops of all the rigs were really wet. It got a little colder than we originally anticipated, but night was effortless. Everything's all dried out now, a little bit of sunshine. Good old dry Arizona air. So anyway, we're gonna get on the trail. As we pulled away from Alamo Lake, my excitement started to build. I knew that just up the road, a surprise was waiting. One I'd been looking forward to sharing with the team, and no one had any idea of just how immersive it would be. All right, so we're back in the rig, and we are heading back up to the trail. Great night camping, great night hanging out by the fire. It's been a while since I've had a wood fire, so leaving camp a little bit late. We're gonna have to try and make up some time to get somewhere. So I'm not sure how much actual trail footage we're gonna get today, but it's beautiful, man. This area reminds me a lot of Kofa, a lot of the dark rocks, saguaros, sage. It's absolutely amazing, super wide open, and the temperature has been just incredible. I think it's like 74 right now at like 11. So, good times. We'll see you on down the trail. As the trucks rolled on and we soaked in the openness of the desertscape, the tone of the day began to shift. The pendulum was already in motion, and it was headed far in the opposite direction. This episode is brought to you by CB Built. Keeping this rig on the road, Jason and the team, always happy to help you get out there, so go check out CB Built, see what they can do for you. As the open expanse of the desert disappeared, the red sandstone walls of a tight slot canyon rose up from the sandy floor, carved patiently by water and time. Any sense of lateral view vanished, replaced by towering rock that closed in with every turn. You could feel the shift immediately. The pace slowed, everything became deliberate, steering input, tire placement, even breathing. Each move carried a little more weight in a space that demanded respect. Having been here once before, I knew what was coming. I worked my way through first, reading the lines, feeling for tight spots, committing where hesitation only made things harder. From there, I looped back to capture the team as they threaded their rigs through the canyon, one by one. It was a true group effort, spotting, radios crackling, slow corrections, everyone working together to make the sandstone walls and sandy floor give us just enough room to pass. With one long bed in the group, those extra 12 inches created their own challenge in turning already tight corners into carefully calculated maneuvers. In the end, we all made it through, escaping with only minor carnage. Just a few battle scars on the front bumpers of 2 of the 4 rigs, and then almost without warning, the canyon loosened its grip. The walls opened up, the lights softened, and it felt like you could finally breathe again, leaving behind the quiet tension of the slot and carrying forward the satisfaction that only comes from moving carefully through a place shaped by time itself. Alright, so we're just making our way through Maggie Slot Canyon, and I think I got some pretty decent footage of the guys coming through there. I managed to tap my front bumper, but just a little bit of pigment, a little bit of paint, we should be good to go. So, we're gonna hammer down here, try and get through all this, and get out the other side, get back to making progress, because this is definitely slowed our roll. But we managed to get the long bed through there, so good stuff. The canyon seemed to be the gift that just kept on giving. Even though the tight pinch of the slot was behind us, the walls continued to expand and contract as we worked our way through, revealing all the beauty this region has to offer. The rocks, the sand, even the grit in the ground carried a tone and texture that told you this was something special. A place few off-roaders, and even fewer people in all of humanity, would ever have a chance to experience. From the smiles on the faces to the chatter over the radios, it was clear that everyone was in sync. What had started as just one small section of a 3-day track had become the pinnacle of the trip. This slot canyon would stick with us, a memory we would likely revisit time and time again around future campfires, living on long after the dust had settled, etched into the stories of our adventures together. We kept moving, working our way through the ever-changing environment while constantly monitoring the fuel usage and how someone's 7 gallons of capacity may play into our fate. Alright, so got a little bit of carnage apparently. One of the Kevins, not Rome's, the other one, seems to have lost a bead on his tire. Oh, did I hear the bead pop back on?
No! I got really lucky. Issue resolved. I got really lucky.
Just had to look at it.
I hit the same
The
rock
man
that
fixes
Kev
it.
hit, but I don't have as big a tires.
Yep,
Bead's back on, now we're gonna go.
All part of the adventure.
After our little mishap with the tire bead and getting Kevin aired back up, we continued on across the Arizona desert, settling once again into the rhythm of the trail. Out here, the variety of extremes keeps you honest. One moment, you're floating through soft, sandy washes, the tires searching for grip. The next, you're stretched out across wide open dirt highways where the horizons feel endless and the miles slip by easily. But the desert never lets you get too comfortable. Those fast sections are stitched together by tight, technical pieces of trail, canyon walls that squeeze in just enough to demand focus, or loose, chunky rock that shifts beneath you and forces careful throttle and precise lines. Every bend carries a question mark, every corner asking you to stay present and read the terrain as it unfolds. After an incredible morning of driving, the pace finally slowed as we rolled into Planet Ranch. We took the opportunity to shut things down, shake off the dust, and enjoy a simple lunch. One of those quiet pauses that feel earned after hours on the trail. It was a moment to reflect on the miles behind us, knowing there was still more adventure ahead, and that somewhere out there, the desert was waiting to show us where we'd end up calling home for the night. All right, so we just stopped for lunch. Everybody's pretty hungry. You can see the trucks. And we stopped by these two structures. There's one there, which is building number 200, and there's one down there, which is number 100. Don't really know much about them other than they look brand new. They got out sheds, they got propane, they got backyards, they got satellite. They got pretty much everything. Don't know what they're here for. But there's a board over here. So we're gonna go take a look and see if there's anything we can read on it. Planet Ranch in Arizona is part of the Bill Williams River NWR, known for copper mining, cattle ranching, and its unique ecosystem. Purchased by the city of Scottsdale, Arizona in 1984 to divert the water from the Bill Williams River, which was abruptly stopped by activists, and is now Bureau of Reclamation Project for Habitat Restoration. Alright, so it's kind of like rinse and repeat around here. We get in a wash, take good time, get on something slow and technical, slows us down, uses more fuel, then climb out, end up on a big beautiful road and make up some time and save some gas. So we're just cruising on down the valley here. Beautiful mountains up ahead of us. Not sure if we go up into them or if we dogleg off before we get there. But I guess we'll figure that out when we get there, huh? Nothing out here is set in stone, man. We just keep evolving and rolling with the punches and taking in all this beauty and just being really, really grateful that we have the ability to do this. So many people don't. Now we had an amazing lunch. As soon as we got out of there, man, straight into this beautiful canyon. Lots of mining action, a bunch of closed grids, even an old abandoned cabin that was pretty much knocked down to bare nothings. But it's really pretty. Really, really pretty. After making our way through that canyon, we hooked ourselves off onto one of those tight, technical little crossovers, which led us to a wide open road and some sheltered areas where we were able to find camp. And so begins the ritual of making camp, turning a small piece of Mother Nature's finest into a place that we can call home for the night. The desert slowly shifts from a place we pass through to a space we settle into. The light softens, shadows stretch across the sand, and the pace of the day finally gives us permission to slow down. All right, so we have found camp. I tried to put the drone up, just hoping I get one more flight in, because sometimes it lets me fly once or twice before I have to register it. And it's a no-go. I was trying to catch the sunset. Totally missed it again. 0 for 2. While the others get dialed in, I turn my attention to dinner. The final meal of the trip. Fresh onions hit the pan first, sizzling in olive oil, filling the camp with familiar, comfortable aroma. Peppers following, adding color and some sweetness before the chopped chicken goes in, bringing everything together. Then comes my top secret seasoning, a South African inspired blend that's full of flavor and definitely not for the faint of heart. Just enough heat to keep things interesting, especially after a long day on the trail. Out here in the Arizona desert, meals like this feel different. Maybe it's the open sky or the cooling of the air, or the quiet that settles in once the engines are off. The fire crackles, the stars begin to show, and for a moment, nothing else matters.
Off to the fire pit. So dinner was great. Got it all dialed in, and the chicken and peppers was good. So we're just going to cook it by the fire. I'm going to clean the Skottle, and we're going to relax for the night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Everybody doing s'mores.
Woo.
Cinnamon.
Waking up in the desert, the warm rays of the sun echoing off the red cliffs and buttes just north of camp, slowly pulling us out of our sleeping bags and back into the day. The air was cool and still. Quiet moments before the desert fully wakes up, when everything feels paused and perfectly balanced. Coffee came first, as it always does. The mug in hand, we stood around camp watching the light change across the rocks, replaying pieces of the trip in our heads without needing to say much out loud. On this last morning, we passed on the full breakfast. Everyone was packed, motivated, and ready to start pointing tires towards home. Sometimes the road calls louder than the stove. There's a different energy on the final day of the trip. The pace is a little lighter, conversations come easier, and the pressure's gone. We'd seen what we came to see, pushed through challenges, shared moments that don't need cameras to be remembered. As camp came down and engines fired up one last time, it was clear. This wasn't really an ending. It was just the start of a drive back, carrying the desert with us in the quiet spaces, knowing it would be calling us back again soon. Alright, so we're done here. We're all packed up. We're gonna get on the road and work our way out of here. These guys are gonna head home, and I'm gonna try and figure out what I'm gonna do next, because I'm not sure if I'm gonna stay out another night and do some camping, or if I'm gonna go home. I don't know. CB, the dude who profits the most from these trips. We all have fun, but he makes money because we all break stuff. But he takes good care of us, and he builds a solid truck. So if you need anything, get in line, because you're behind all of us. good morning. We got all packed up at camp, had some coffee, just relaxed, let everything dry out a little bit. It's really damp this morning. Everything was wet on the outside, which was of course affecting the inside. So anyway, we were loaded up. We're headed out. We're headed towards fuel. We're headed towards relaxation, I guess. Some of these guys are going home. Not really sure what I'm doing.
As we headed out towards Black Rock Mesa and eventually Lake Havasu, the trail carried us across an unexpected piece of Arizona infrastructure, the Central Arizona Project, or CAP. This 336-mile system quietly moves Colorado River water across the desert, supplying the most populated regions in the state and delivering more tribal water than any other organization in the country. Out here, surrounded by dust, rock, and open sky, it was a powerful reminder of how life in the desert depends on both the raw landscape and the unseen systems that keep it alive. As we continued to meander down the trail, our final destination came into view at the end of the canyon, filling us with confidence that there'd be plenty of fuel. No need to turn back for anyone, or at least that's what we thought.
Yeah, that wasn't on Onyx. Looks like we're going to be headed back the other way.
After running into that closed area, which was not marked on any of our mapping software, we had no choice but to turn the convoy around and work our way back towards the aqueduct, moving slowly, smoothly, and with purpose, stretching the range of every remaining drop in the fuel in our tanks to get where we're going and hopefully not have to make a return trip with fuel to bail anybody out.
So, quick little update. We made it back down the wash, climbed up a little road. It was barely a road, but it was on Onyx, so I didn't feel bad about it. Made it back to the aqueduct, and we have found asphalt. We still have a ways to go on asphalt. I'm sitting right about an eighth of a tank, so I'm cautiously optimistic. I never leave home without extra gas, but I'm just a prepper. I'm paranoid, but anyway, we are rolling down here, and I think we're gonna make it out on asphalt, which means it's gonna be good. So this is probably gonna be it. If you've enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Not my usual video, I know, because I was trying to balance, time with friends and time on the trail and time filming. So I don't know. Let me know if you like it this way, or let me know if you like the solo stuff better. Just drop it in the comments. But I'm gonna get rolling down the road. This is LFG Overland. My name's Jeff. I really appreciate you guys hanging out. We'll see you on the next one. Good news. We made it. Everybody's airing up. Jason's beater.
Let's go.
What he calls a beater that, bypasses tunnel gas, long travel.
Beater.
It's the beater.
This is the beater.
It's the beater. Most people's life goals, Jason's beater. It's good to be CB built.